plug it back in. Hey guys, so today we're going to wash the Hyundai. It's the first nice warm day in a while, so we're going to go ahead and get it cleaned up.
It's so dirty. It has all the salt still on it and everything from when it was snowing.
Haven't washed it at all since so we're going to wash all the winter off of it. And then we got to put a new fuel pump in the Talon.
Yay!
Going to be using Chemical Guys Honeydew for the foam cannon, which just came off eBay, and then Meguiar's for the wheels and tires.
I'm going to show you guys how dirty this thing is before we get started. It's kind of hard to see on camera how dirty it is.
Might take a minute.
Are you just going to let it air dry?
I don't know, I thought about drying it so there wouldn't be any spots, but honestly I don't know if I care that much. Detailer after it's dry, that'll take care of any water spots.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now the Hyundai's all clean and we can put the fuel pump in the Talon. And I'll show you him unboxing it.
Yeah, so the other night I went to move the Talon into the garage. It was the day we finished the Veloster, so I went to go move the Hyundai out, move the Talon in, and I noticed when I started it, it was idling at about 17-1 for the air to fuel, and the fuel pump was whining very loud. I mean, it's a Walboro, so they all kind of whine anyway, but louder than usual, and idling, like I said, 17-1 air to fuel. So I think it's finally had enough. It's been in the car for probably about 6 years, and I've got, so whenever I swapped the turbo over, I got the Deatschwerks injectors, so I went ahead and got a Deatschwerks fuel pump.
Let's get it open.
Ordered from LZMFG.
Sweet, he gave us some stickers. Thanks, Adam.
Lots of stickers. And a hat shoe.
Oh.
lot of stickers, good God.
Hey, the more the merrier.
And a packing slip. And more stickers. LZ everything. So this is the DW65C. It's a 265 LPH pump. I think what's in there now is a 255 Warburg. So, I mean, essentially the same thing. Don't plan on making a ton of horsepower with this car ever, so that'll be plenty. I think it's good on gasoline up to like 550 horsepower, which is more than I'll make. I don't know. The only thing I should need is the sock. So because it's already got the Warburg, the harness should plug right in. My feed setup is, you know, I think it'll go right in. I should only need the sock. But let's go ahead and get the old one pulled out. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and unhook the battery, just because we'll be messing with fuel and electronics and everything. It's just better to go ahead and unhook the battery. It takes a minute. There we go. Battery's unhooked, now we can mess with fuel. Alright, I'll get access to the fuel pump. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the feed line first. Just because everything will, you know, stay put. I can get that unhooked at 6 AN feed all the way to the filter, and then from the filter to the rail. So I need to grab an AN wrench, and I think that's a 19. I don't know. And something to put the fuel pump in so I don't spill fuel all over the back of my car when it comes out. It is a 19.
Should have brought a light. I can't see anything in there.
I can grab a light. Alright. So just like that. The feed line's disconnected. I've got 5 bolts to pull out because one of them broke off. So just saving me some time. And those are not 10mm. Okay, so this is our fuel pump assembly. I forgot I did that back to stock. So before I had a different sending unit. I might still have it. So I had a sending unit that went AN all the way to the pump. So basically I cut this off right there, drilled it out, used a bulkhead fitting and went AN all the way to the pump, but I was having issues with that. So whenever I had bought a parts car a while back, and it had a good sending unit in it, so I just swapped it in and went back to stock. Because basically in here there's a little O-ring that doesn't let the fuel drain back, like once you shut the car off, and that'll give you hard starts. It is never that easy to get that screw off. But I've had this thing in and out a few times, so.
Is it bad that it was that easy?
No, I'm just saying, like on a like if you've never had it out of your DSM, like that thing will fight you to the death. Actually, the last time I did, I ended up having to cut a slit in it and use a flathead or vice grips or something to get it out of there. Now this is the O-ring, and you need this piece and this piece. I really don't want to break that because I would like to be able to reuse that piece. I do everything in my power to get that out without breaking it. Just like that. We're going to be reusing that. This is the GS 317, which I'm pretty sure is the 255. I could be wrong. Sock looks good though. Okay. I was worried it wasn't going to fit. I did not want to have to redo that. Yeah, so there's this little tiny washer clip thing that basically holds this in place, and it's just you push it on and the little teeth bite into the plastic. No, these little things always fight me, and you can see on this one what it does, but they're always a pain in the ass to get on there. And essentially you just want to get the metal around the plastic there, and it just grips it to hold your sock in place so it doesn't pop off. Alright. So whenever you're putting this back together, like I said, you want to be sure on a DSM that you use all three of these pieces. If you still have the stock hanger.
Let me see the three pieces.
All three of these. And essentially, so it goes this one. Oh shit, there's plastic on this.
Oopsie.
Take that off first. I did not realize it was plastic.
So that one first.
Yep. And then your O-ring. And then this piece. So that's how that goes. And then you just shove it in there. And like I said, what it does is it keeps, supposedly it holds pressure in the feed line. Otherwise you'll have hot start problems. So it just keeps, keeps some pressure in the lines so you can start it, shut it off, start it, all that. I believe is how it works. I do need to put this back on. I'll do that after. Alright, that's plugged in. Thankfully that harness was the same. 99% of them are the same, all the aftermarket. I know I should probably not shove that in there dry.
Gonna lube it up.
Yes, anytime you're messing with O-rings, don't have a brain fart like me. Be sure you lube it up just a little bit. Yeah, you just don't want to go in dry. Of course, the fuel will dissolve all of that as soon as it's in there, but you want to have it, so you don't tear your O-ring when you're putting it in. There we go. Plugged in. That's all up in there. My hands are super dry from the gasoline. So that is our new DW65C fuel pump. All back in the housing like it should be. Plugged in. See, I've already done all this wiring in the past, which made it super easy. You know, the first couple times I was into this assembly, it was not fun. But yeah, I mean, it's basically a factory fit, you know, it fits right back in there like it should. Nice and easy. Just gonna throw it back in.
Okie dokie. Go on the other side again.
So originally, on your DSM, it'll have studs that this actually sits down on. The first time I ever had this out, I broke like 4 of the 6. RTM Racing makes a kit to fix that. It actually drills new holes, and then you use bolts instead of the factory studs that rust out. It was super easy. I mean, dropping the tank was not hard at all. And once you do it, they send you a template and everything, just makes it super simple and nice. So yeah, RTM Racing if you have broken studs. Plenty tight. We'll tighten our fuel line back in. Oh yeah, and this adapter to go from the stock line to an AN hose, I believe I got it from STM. It's really awesome.
From where?
STM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually leave this open while we start it to make sure I got that tight enough. It should be fine, but I don't like leaks. I especially don't like fuel leaks. That's awesome. In an awesome spot. Alright. Gotta get my keys.
Okay.
Alright. It'll take it a minute. It's gonna crank for a minute because it has to get pressure back in the lines. I forgot to plug it back in. But at least now it'll have oil pressure before it starts. So before, I mean, you could hear it super loud. I mean, the warbros are so loud that's like all you can hear inside the car. You can't hear anything. I mean, you can barely hear the faintest noise from it, just to know it's running, but it's not loud at all. I mean, even from outside the car with the warbro, you can hear it. That's awesome. And cold start, it's idling at 12.5. You don't want to get a shot at it?
I don't know if I can see it.
So yeah, now it's idling between 14.6 and 15.2, just fluctuating like normal. So that's awesome. Not leaking any fuel, that's another win.
Win-win.
Win-win. Yeah, idle's perfect. Love it. So we'll get the wheels cleaned up on the Hyundai, get it out of the way, drive this around for a minute just to be sure everything's fine, which I'm sure it will be, but also I just kind of want to drive it because I haven't driven it since the other fuel pump did what it did. So Yeah, we'll just do that real quick and drive it around, make sure everything's cool.
Okie dokie.
At you?
You can have it.
You don't want to try it?
No.
I've
had them before.
I've never had one before.
Thanks for the high chews, Adam and company.
What is it? Is it just taffy?
Kind of like that,
taffy?
yeah.
Gasoline flavored taffy now?
No, well, it's like a Starburst almost.
Oh my
but
God.
harder. Like a now and later.
High chew. They should call it a can't chew. But yeah, I save old parts for seemingly no reason.
Why?
That's what I do. I don't know. Also save stuff like this. I don't know. It's nice to have. Maybe one day I'll need it.
True.
And I'll have it.
We gotta find a good spot for our new LZMFG sticker.
Sticker? You mean stickers?
Well, we're not gonna stick them all. We'll save some for other things.
I like that one a lot.
That one's really cool.
That was good and chewy.
This is our favorite. Where are you gonna
I
put
think
it?
it's gonna go on the toolbox.
Good. It'll fit.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Looks good.
It does. Oh, that's just perfect how that worked out.
I know.
Alright. Just clean the wheels on the Hyundai real quick. I don't feel like taking a whole lot of time to do them. Just a quick wipe down. That's all I feel like. You know, usually I get all in between the spokes and everything, but I don't feel like doing all
The
that.
pressure washer got it pretty good, actually.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the tires a little bit too, because this stuff, I don't know. So I hate tire shine. I don't buy tire shine. I don't use tire shine. But this works on the wheels and on the tires if you use just a little bit. I don't like them super glossy. I don't know why. I always hated that look. But if you use just a little bit, it gives you a nice low gloss.
No offense, of course, to anybody who does enjoy a shiny tire.
Take offense, I don't care. Just saying. It's not for me. Yeah, just a nice low gloss, a little something. Alright, it's good enough till next weekend.
While Brian's moving the car, I figured I would remind you to stay hydrated. I am staying hydrated today with my humongous iron flask, and if you want to purchase one, you can use the link in our description. So now we're just going to take it for a ride and make sure the fuel pump's keeping up.
Yep, it did fine in free rev. I just want to get it into a little bit of boost. Make sure it does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, cruising out of boost. We're
Behind a slow van.
A little rich. Now there it goes. Yeah, 14.7, 13.5. It's good. Get it into boost once the temperature's already up, so we're good.
I love this car.
A lot of new potholes after the winter.
Kentucky has such bad roads.
So yeah, I did good. When we got into boost, it was right at about 11.5 to down to 10.8, which is right where you want to be, right where I like to keep it. A lot better. I don't know. I think that other pump was definitely on its way out. It just feels a lot smoother, a lot more I don't know, it was just all over the place before. It would go, you know, super rich, super lean. I don't know why. I don't know. It feels better than it did. Turning radius on this is nothing. It's hard to make tight turns.
Well, Brian's also, as any car, you know, enthusiast should be, we're a little sketched out about curbs, so we like to take corners extra wide.
Yeah, I got a fresh new curb rash on one of the Hyundais.
Oh.
So yeah, overall, very happy with the Deatschwerks pump. It's super quiet. The car feels a lot smoother. I don't know if the pump had actually anything to do with it, or just the fact that I haven't driven it in a while. So my perception is off, but definitely feels different. Air to fuel ratios are perfect. Yeah, definitely recommend it.
Yeah, it's been staying like in a good range. Before it was all over the place.
Yeah, and the only thing I have to tune with is a mass airflow translator, if you want to get a shot of that. So yeah, I tune with the mass airflow translator, and then I'll watch my AFRs and my boost. I've got a data logger, but I mean, it's a factory ECU, and basically we just trick it with the translator. Super 90s style, but you know, it works, and I like it.
Nice clean Veloster.
Pretty clean, except for that big spot there I missed.
That's okay. We're gonna clean it again before Import Alliance next weekend.
All right. So yeah, very impressed with the Deatschwerks pump. Nice and quiet. I like it. Operates exactly as it should. Big shout outs to LZMFG. Super quick shipping. Ordered it on a Friday, and it showed up on the following Thursday.
Yeah,
so
that was really
awesome.
fast.
The high chew was good eventually. It sucked at first, but then it was good. And thanks for the stickers, and that'll do it.
That'll do it. See you guys next time.